This is a special message for Myky Kang, my beautiful niece. My niece, baby. I love you so much, baby. Oh, yeah. So, I understand you had a challenging morning, and I know that it has been challenging for you overall for different reasons. So, I wanted to make a message for you to always have it so you could always watch this, so you could always know what you need to know. So these are messages for you, my baby. Okay. So, tribe, I know you're going to watch this and you're probably going to resonate with Myky's message, but this is a personal message for my niece. So, I'm glad that you're here. So, Myky Kang, you have support, baby. All the love and peace and happiness tribe is here for you, my baby girl. So, for those of you who don't know, every year for my birthday, we'll see how God puts this together for this year because I really don't know. I do a 3-day spiritual retreat here in Las Vegas where we focus on empowering one another and awakening our authentic nature and all of those beautiful things together for 3 days. And it always goes from my birthday to Myky's birthday, May 6th through 8th. Because Myky, what God told me was the way we are. When you were here in my house, you spoke to me about the family heart. You spoke to me about the family heart. And that's very important. You have it too, just like you said that I do. And the reason why my birthday retreat goes from my birthday to your birthday was God said that you and I are like a bridge. We form a bridge, an energetic bridge for humanity. And that's a lot for you to take in right now. Just know that you're a very important person. Your being here is so important. So, from the postcards from Spirit, what's the first message from Myky? What's the first message from my Myky baby? Okay. Oh, you got two. I'm taking them for you, baby. We'll read one at the end and one in the beginning, is what I heard. So, dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So get the answers you seek. You must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure there's stories you're proud of from your genuine loving fan club. So first off, God loves you. And second off, there's a lot of stuff that is true in our life. There's a lot of stuff that is true in our life. We don't like all of the things that are true in our life. But the power of the human mind is such that what you focus on, you bring more of. So find the best thing about your day, about your moment, no matter where you are and what's happening in that moment. Find something that you're appreciative of, that you love about yourself, about your experience, about where you're at, and focus there. There's a saying that they have in this world, and it is, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And it's kind of like that, okay? especially about yourself. Okay. Let's get some more messages for Myky Kang, please, and thank you. Some oracle messages for my Myky. What do you have to say for my Myky? What does she need to know? Let's see what we have for my Myky. What do we have for my Myky? All right. Again, to the floor. Take them all. Let's see what's at the bottom of this deck first. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. So even though the glass is half empty, the glass is still half full. Okay. There are different ways to look at things in our world and in our life. And they're saying there's some things that we can focus on how we don't like and how we don't have, or we can focus on what we do have and what we do like. Certainty and faith, leaning on certainty and faith. Certainty, the knowing, and faith, that trust in spirit in God, that trust in God, that trust in spirit. You can see things from a different perspective, from a different viewpoint when you lean on your certainty and faith. What are your beautiful eyes looking at, my beautiful girl? What are your beautiful eyes looking at, my beautiful girl? There's also a message here in the Bible. There's some sort of passage, I can't remember it word for word, but it says, keep your eyes simple. Stay focused on the main point, on the main goal, on that beautiful stuff that is the love and the peace and the happiness that you do have. Stay focused on your positive attributes. Stay focused on the beautiful things and beautiful parts of yourself. Let's see what else I have for you, baby. Joy is the ultimate creator. Yes. This is why I love that you do things, creative things, to help you stay in joy. The more you're in the energy of joy, the more you're creating more joyful things to come. And you're letting them into your life. No matter where you're at and no matter who's around you. Choose joy, because down that path, you're going to really love what you find. So keep choosing joy. Let's see what else we have. I honor how I want to feel. So sometimes things aren't, I hear the word bleak. Sometimes things are bleak and not as nice as you would like them. And sometimes you don't feel as good as you want to feel. Sometimes things will upset you. Sometimes you will have experiences where you won't be joyful and happy. But if you want to be happy, honoring how you want to feel, I hear this too will end, and in a minute I'll be feeling better again. That's the way I see it. That no matter what is happening in the moment, if you want to feel better, you can. And it's okay if it's not happening right now. It's coming. Sometimes you don't feel good. Sometimes I don't feel good. But you're always going to end up feeling better because you keep going back into your joy. So sometimes you just have to remind yourself, okay, so this doesn't feel so great. But in a minute, I'll feel better. I don't feel so good right now. I'm not happy right now. This isn't pleasing me right now. This is unpleasant. But in a minute, I'll feel better. You just keep reminding yourself that. And allow yourself to kind of just chill as much as possible when you don't feel good. To let yourself get to feeling better. Let's see what else I have for you here. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So, you love being on your phone. What you focus on is what you will manifest. They say you can use your phone to play games like this, where you're looking at things and put yourself in that picture. You desire certain experiences. You'd like to be in certain places. From the power of your mind, you can create these. Now, I've actually had this happen in my life. I was laying in my bed thinking about what it would feel like to be completely surrounded in wealth. And I started to visualize with my mind's eye. I started imagining. Imagination is one of a human superpowers, baby. So I started imagining what that would look like. And I ended up in an experience where one of my clients paid for me to travel out of town to where they were living. And it was a giant mansion. And they gave me the guest quarters to sleep in. And when I was sleeping in the guest quarters, I found, as I was laying down, that their guest quarters looked exactly like what I had imagined that night, which was so far prior to the physical experience. And even this house that I live in, we used to live in another apartment when you were a little baby. And I just remember thinking, I want something better for my kids. And I laid in the bed and I visualized, I imagined enough space. I imagined 4 bedrooms and 2 baths and a 2-car garage and a gated yard. I imagined this house. And we live here now. And I'm telling you this because you too can focus and put yourself in that place. It's very important when you're doing this, focusing in imagination to create your life, that you are in a better feeling place. When you're not feeling so good, it's better just to stare at a spot on the wall than it is to try to create your future. Because if you're in a place where you feel bad, it tends to attract more bad feeling when you create. So you want to get into a good feeling place first. I do this because I practice meditation, and I do this too playing games. I do this too while I'm singing music and dancing. You know that good feeling you feel when you're singing music and dancing? That's a perfect time to imagine a better life. What does that look like? How does it feel? It's going to feel better, just like that better feeling that you're in when you're choosing to imagine what would be better for you. Also, I hear, what are the things that are the same as where you are now and where you would like to be? There are some things that are the same. For example, when I was imagining this house, I got in a place of gratitude about the things that were the same as our little old apartment and as the house that I was imagining. And I got down to it like this. Excuse me. This is my coffee. Love is the closest thing to magic. Okay. So what I did was I visualized in my mind and I found reasons to be grateful for where I was. Why was I grateful for our apartment? Well, because everybody had room, but it was okay for us to have more room. And in our new house, I knew we would have, not only would have room, we would have more room. And I was grateful because we were safe in our apartment. And I knew that in our new house, we will be safe in our new house too. I was grateful that we had everything working in our apartment. Like we had running water, lights, we had everything we needed. All of our appliances worked. And I knew that in our new house, everything would work too. So I got into the place where I was appreciative for what I had. And then I imagined what I wanted and how what I have is exactly what I want. And it helped manifest this house into our physical life, and it became a reality. So how can you do that for yourself? You have, and maybe it's not exactly the way you want it, but you have it, right? And you're still going to have it over there. I even remember thinking, well, in this house, I cook, I eat, I clean, I shower, I poop, I pee, I wash my face, I brush my teeth. In my new house, I'm going to do all those things too. So it's about finding the common ground between what you have and what you would like to have. What are those common grounds? There are some common grounds. Okay. So that is important for you, baby. All right, let's see what else we have. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Yay. Honey, God will use everything on this planet to help you and to help create more joy for you as long as you stay connected to your joyful presence. It's like the way I'm seeing it's like when you're in joy, I see all this spirit. I see the angels. I see everybody rushing to move things into place and move people around and move things to help you, because joy is the ultimate creator. And there is nothing more important than you be happy, my baby. Nothing is more important than you be happy. That is the most important thing, that you be happy. You know what? Somebody out there could tell you, like, for example, your mother or your teachers, they could tell you what you can and can't do with your body, right? This is one thing I love. But nobody can tell you how to feel. Do you hear me, young lady? They might could tell you, oh, you can't go over there. You can't be over there. You're not allowed to do that. Or you have to go over here and you have to do this. They can try to tell you that, especially because you're underage. And one day you're going to watch this video and you won't be underage, because I hear you're going to go back to this video often. The fact of the matter is nobody can tell you how to feel. How you feel inside is always your choice. Always your choice. One more time for emphasis. Yes, please, and thank you. It's always your choice and yours alone. I now see somebody who is, and it's not you and it's not me and it's not anybody, but they're showing me an example of a person who is sitting there and a whole bunch of stuff is happening around them. And they're in this mindset of finding, but what am I grateful for right now? What am I grateful for right now? Even though all that stuff that I can look at feels like crap to look at. Okay, I don't want to look at that. Let me find something to look at that feels better. And it's okay if it's just an idea in my head or a feeling in my heart. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Even when it looks so tough in this life, baby, even when you're hurt so bad by what you see around you, nobody can control what you focus on in your mind and in your heart. Nobody has control over what's going on in your head and in your heart. You can, and if you start to slip up and let somebody try to tell you something, you can always take that back. That's easy to take that back. So maybe at some point in your life, you might slip up and you might fall into listening to somebody who's insulting you, somebody who's belittling you. No, you take your power back. Remember your truth. You're a very important person on this earth. You are talented. You're creative. Let me see more. Let's see more. You're talented. You're creative. You're beautiful. You're loving. You're kind. You're magical. Let's see. What's the most important messages here for Myky Kang? Guide my beautiful Myky Kang, please, and thank you. The most important messages for my baby. With the other children, they're all here. I can sit and talk with them as much as I want. With you, I'm making you this video because this is the best way I can communicate with you and tell you what I know and what I think and what I feel and what I feel you need to know, and help you create more awareness for yourself. This video is the best way I can find to communicate with you, because you can watch it whenever you have time. A little bit here, a little bit there. You can find your favorite parts and rewind it. and watch it over and over again. And it'll always be on YouTube. It will always be on YouTube. I'll never delete it. So forever, it will always be here. You'll always be able to come back to it. All right. What's the messages from my beautiful Myky Kane, please and thank you. Here we go. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I love that, baby. That's beautiful for you. You have a friend who's in your life for a reason. Maybe you guys have some of the same qualities, same experiences, or same tastes. Your friend is in your life for a reason. And I hear together you'll grow. Most importantly, together you guys find good times. And if I don't know if you have a friend right now, I don't know that much about your life right now. But if you feel like I don't have a friend right now, because when I saw you, you talked about somebody who you thought was your friend, but they wasn't your friend. What I hear is just know this. You'll always have at least one good friend in your life. Because what they just showed me is throughout my own childhood, I was never, know this, baby. Auntie was never the popular kid. I was never the popular kid. I was the kid that most everybody made fun of in school, on the bus, and everywhere else. I never had a large group of friends. But what I did have throughout all my childhood growing up was one good friend. I always had one good friend. And even now as an adult, I have friends around the edge, but I have one good friend, just one good friend, even now as an adult, right? One who I'm more communicative with, one who understands me better, one who knows what's actually happening in my life, almost on the daily. There's one good friend. So that's okay. Your friend is here and it's important. There's a reason for your friendship with this person. I love this. The bottom of this deck says love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Wow. Okay. And so what I heard was the more you focus on the good in the people, in your mother, in your friendships, in your teachers, what is their good qualities? The more you focus on their good qualities that they have, the more you will evoke or draw out of that person that positive experience with them. That's important. You might need to rewind and listen to that again. Because if you keep looking at somebody and telling them or thinking of them, you're no good, you're bad, stuff like that, you're going to keep aligning with that energy from them. But if you keep looking at them and finding the love in that person, finding what is the positive qualities of those people in your life, especially this friend, right? You got a good friend here. You and this friend are able to see the positive qualities. Maybe I see now, like there's a game. Okay. So you look at somebody, interesting. This is a different way of bullying. And it's kind of a bully energy. Bullies are so bad. Bullies. Maybe it's a bully that you look at when you do it. All right. So that person looks like they ain't got nothing good in them. That person looks like they have nothing good. Let's play a game. Let's try to find out what is the good in that person or in that experience. It's interesting. Especially when there's something very difficult that you're experiencing, I'm hearing. You and your friend. So maybe it's you or your friend are going through some difficult experiences, but when you and your friend get together, you say, okay, well, where's the good in it? Auntie said with her cards that there's good in everything. Where's the good in this? How is this good? Sometimes you might get hung up. If you can't find the answer to the question, just leave the question floating in the universe and God will help show you the answers. But it's a powerful game to play and it's an empowering game to play because it's helping you learn to focus your energy into love more. Because certain things in your life, that's the only thing you can do to change them, honey. Especially when you're a minor child under adult protection. And there are certain experiences that you know you would prefer them to be other than they are, because they're not exactly happy and they're not exactly nice. Okay, so where is the good in this? Where is the good in this? I heard, well, since you're keeping me from what I want to be, when I get there, I'm going to be really happy and it's going to even be better because you kept me away. So there's something like that coming through here for you. What else do I have for you? Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I'm hearing it's very important for you to see your accomplishments and stay the course until you finish and accomplish what you choose to do. So at some point here soon, if not already, you're going to be making a decision and realizing what you want to do with your life. And maybe your mother or the people around you might not believe that you can do it. Or maybe they might not be supportive of your doing what you want to do. But what you focus on is what you will manifest, and you can accomplish what you set your mind to. So they're saying use your imagination to imagine that happy outcome, that you already did it. In other words, it's just like watching a movie. You know a movie is fake, right? Okay. Well, most movies, even if they're based on a true story, they're still freaking fake. There were actors on the screen pretending some things. They're saying use your imagination to put yourself in the movie of the experience that you want to, that you're choosing for yourself. Where do you want to be? How does your life look like? Create that story in your head. Make the movie in your head, baby, and watch it every freaking day. You don't have to know how to make it happen. You don't have to know how does it come about. You just have to keep going there and knowing this is me. This is me. Ooh, my house, my life, my freedom, my prosperity, my beautiful things, the beautiful people in my life, the experiences that I love. This is me. This is my life. Visualize that and put yourself in that place using your imagination, your imagination, your imagination. Oh my gosh. So, Auntie is now obsessing over this little bit of skin that I can feel on my finger, and I cut it off. Oh my goodness. So I get that there, and I'm getting with this, that there's this whole there's something you would like to remove out of your life. There's something like that you want to change, and you don't want something to be there, and you want something else in its place. So in your imagining, remember, if you don't want it to be there, don't imagine it into the movie that you're imagining in your life for your future, because you're making this happen. Okay. What else? Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Honey, oh God. All right. First off, everybody has their own way of living, their own difficulties, their own struggles. We're all doing the best we can with what we have and what we know. And anywhere where it feels like that's not so, just know that those people, they have their own path and challenges. Do your best not to be in judgment of them. But if it's not for you, you have to use wise judgment, wise discernment. You have to make decisions not to allow those people into your heart and mind, into your life. Or is it not to allow them to influence yours, where you don't have any control over who's in your life, and you think, oh, that's a bad person. I don't want that person around me. Okay, cool. That's fine. I'm sure there's truth to what you've found. Maybe you can't always remove yourself from the physical presence of people because of the fact, again, that you're a minor child. But what you can do is be wise enough not to get more involved, not to spend more time, not to talk more, not to interact more, and just let them be with their challenges and their path, their challenges and their path. When you feel like ew around somebody, that's because their path and your path ain't the same, baby. So don't try to force it to mix. Do not try to force it to mix. Even if, because maybe you have to be there because, like I said, you're a kid. Okay, that's fine. Be there. But you don't have to be involved. You don't have to dig deeper. And they're not going to go forward with you on your path. That's why when you're around certain ones, you feel like, ew, I don't like being around this person. It's like your whole body rejects them. So use wise judgment and just know that, hey, they're here for a reason, just like you're here for a reason. It's just your reason and their reason. Those don't go together. So that's okay. I'm not going to get involved in that today. That's what I have there for you, my baby. What else? Surrender. I can release my need to control. You can't control what others do. You can't control how others are, even if you know that's what's best for them. And you can't always control your experience either. Again, the only thing that you have full control of, especially as a minor child under somebody else's care, is how you feel and what you think. How you feel and what you think. You're 100% free, baby. Can't nobody put it in your heart. Nobody can put it in your mind. They could try, but you can have that wise judgment and not even buy that into the bullshit that they're telling you. You don't have to buy into these hurtful, harmful words, somebody trying to insult you, somebody trying to put you down. You don't have to buy into that. You know, and the other thing that I'm hearing is sometimes people, they don't see better for you because they can't even see better for themselves. You know, there's a lot of people out here that if they can't have it, they don't want you to have it. They'll never tell you that. They probably don't even realize that in their own mind. But there's a lot of people out here that will try to knock you down because, oh no, you can go do something greater than what I've done. Oh no, you can't do that. Especially people that are older in age than you, or who are supposed to be authority figures in your life. If they're not in the energy of love in a pure way, sometimes they'll try to knock you down, stifle you. Okay, I heard this. Remember, they only try to knock you down because they feel like you're getting further than them. They feel like you're getting ahead of them. They feel like you're above them. That's why they try to knock you down. Wow. Oh my goodness. I want some more messages to guide my beautiful Myky Kang, please, and thank you. What else? Okay. This is the, what's it called? The Tree Oracle? Hold on. I got to find a book for this one, baby. Because this deck, I really don't know too well. Where'd the book go? Huh. Where is the book for this deck? I have it. Because I really want to pull a card for you from it. But if I can't find the book, that's going to be a problem. Okay, this don't make no sense. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Just go through them one at a time. There's too many books here. All right.